歡迎大家收睇住家男人啊！咁咧就喺呢個風和日麗嘅溫哥華咧，呢個夏天嘅時候有咩好做咧？就梗係有好多嘢好做啦。但係咧，首先咧我要介紹兩位朋友啊，俾大家認識嘅，就係 J 同埋 Miffy 入嚟先，係啦。咁啊，呢兩位係咩人咧？自己介紹下先。
好，大家好，我係阿 J 啊。哇，今日好曬啊，但係都係一個好嘅天氣嚟打籃球啊。係。
Hello， hi， 我係 Miffy 啊！你哋之前有睇世界盃直播嘅話，應該有見到我喺後面做緊瑜伽嘅。
係啦，咁咧其實呢兩位咧就係我哋家撐啊嘅成員嚟嘅喎，咁咧就係兩位咧玩家啦，咁咧就會喺我出席咧我哋呢個溫哥華嘅家撐呢個節目入邊嘅，咁咧就喺我哋平時嘅住家男人片咧都出嚟同大家見面，係咪啊？咁啊，其實我哋今日咧咁曬嘅時候咧係有啲咩做咧？
我哋今日咧好興奮啊！我真係好開心，因為我自己咧就做體育老師嘅。今日我哋就受到 The Hoop Vancouver 嘅邀請咧，係可以跟兩位頂級嘅教練嚟到去學習。哇！我好興奮啊，因為我今日係嚟偷嘢啊！
哦，你偷咩咧？
係偷師嘅，偷師嘅。
Miffy 啦。
我今日係嚟睇下究竟傳說中嘅新加入 NBL 嘅 Glen 究竟係點樣㗎？我係想見下真人。
好啦，咁樣啊，唔好講咁多啦，我哋入去對 hoop 睇下先。
好啊 ，Let's go。
你唔好行咁快啊！其實咧，我好開心㗎，因為咧，大家都知道咧，我唔係好講嘢㗎啦。咁今日咧就有人嚟幫我講嘢，咁所以咧就俾佢哋講晒算。我喺後邊揸機算啊。陣間你幫手打波㗎啦。打咩波啊？執波。
我執波。
係咯。
你走唔甩㗎你。
嚇？咩事啊？唔好嚇我啲老人家喎。
Hello everyone, I'm Jay and she's Miffy. We're now in the Hoop Vancouver. We're so excited here because we're going to have a short interview with two amazing coaches, Coach Glen and Coach Tyler. Please welcome.
Let's start with Taylor.
Yeah.
So I read about your background and then I noticed that at the very beginning, people around you are not looking forward you become a professional basketball player.
Yeah.
How would you feel by that time when you were insisting on your hope, on your goal?
Well, when I was young, not very many people thought I'd be a basketball player because I'm not that tall, and I was more focused on other sports at the time. I was more focused on hockey when I was young. So, to a lot of people, when I decided to focus on basketball, they were a little surprised. Yeah.
But what makes you have this change? Because hockey and basketball, they are so different.
Because I'm very competitive, and when people thought I couldn't be very good at basketball, I wanted to prove everybody wrong. So that's why I decided to play basketball.
I see.
You're definitely competitive.
I love that. That's sportsmanship.
Yeah.
So I'm actually a PE teacher in Vancouver. So I have some questions that are specific. So I know both of you have experience in both Canada and Hong Kong. So honestly, what do you think each place doing well on the development of basketball, and what can each place learn from the other?
I think it's, like you said, it's very different. I think we'll start in Hong Kong. I think, Tyler and I can both say it's very passionate there.
Yes.
Kids, they love basketball. They love basketball there, but I think the infrastructure, it still has a long way to go. I think it's gotten better slightly in recent years, but facilities, it's very hard to get gyms. There's not a lot of courts. Everyone's playing outdoor, and I think the coaching still has a long way to go. I think they were starting to bring in more experienced coaches just to coach all the kids and teach them the right way to play, but I think it's still taking a little bit of time. I think if you compare it, I'm sure you see the kids here are very passionate.
Yes.
They're hungry, and I think there's more of a history of coaching with more structure, and then you have more facilities like this. So I think the whole thing, it's a little more complete here. So hopefully Hong Kong can pick it up, and then we can combine. We can, have more crossover and things like that.
For me, as Glenn said, there is the passion in Hong Kong, but as we all know, the mentality in Hong Kong is very results oriented. When it comes to basketball, they forget about the process. So especially with the young kids, the parents, the culture is they just want to see them make the basket, but They don't want to really work and focus on the details in the process to build the foundation so they can become good players, right? That's the big difference between Hong Kong and Vancouver. Yeah.
I think that's true because Hong Kong is a fast-paced city comparing with Canada. Like most parents want them to, I want you to be next Kobe Bryant in 1 week, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we need you here to explain to them that sports or every kind of things takes time.
The process.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
the process.
takes time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, but I believe it will be a little bit challenging because when you need to explain to the parents, like, oh, I don't be too goal-oriented, or oh, we need to enjoy the process. How would you face this kind of challenge?
So no, it's not about not being goal-oriented. It's that the goals should be much like how the kids in Hong Kong do school, right? The way they do math, they do repetition over and over and over again. That's the same thing in sport. So your goals while you're young need to be, I'm going to make 500 shots a day. I'm going to work on my ball handling for 30 minutes every day. Those are the goals you need to be achieving. When a kid is 12, whether he scores or not or his team wins, it means nothing. Because by the time he's 16, he won't be any good, right? If he doesn't have those goals to improve himself from a very young age.
Yeah. I think it's like Tyler said, the parents in Hong Kong, the teachers in Hong Kong need to take the mentality of school and apply it to sports, and it's not there yet. And I think it starts top down as well. I think a lot of the kids don't have goals to play. You know, here everyone wants to play college basketball, university basketball, or professionally in whatever sport they have, and in Hong Kong that pipeline isn't very clear, so parents don't really see it as like a real career path or anything like that.
Perfect. I see that you both focus on like the mentality and also how you explain to the parents that sports takes time or something like that. So moving on to your camps or your training, so what's essential to your coaching philosophy? Is it like skills or like zone defense, something like that?
Yeah, definitely not zone defense.
Definitely
Too much of that in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so again, kind of building on what we just said, like when it's in the development ages of kids, it's all skill development, right? Like even when I was growing up, until you're like 14, 15, you don't really need to focus on 5-on-5 concepts. It's got to be all skill work and then all small game situations, 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, understanding how to play the game, right? That's the foundation for kids in that development stage, right? So again, it's attention to detail and skill work, skill work, skill work. That's the focus.
Yeah, and I think another problem, even here, it's too many games and it's too instant. So like kids aren't learning how to struggle. They're not even, you know, they should play other sports too. We both played other sports growing up. You know, go play against older players, make mistakes, expose yourself to adversity. Instead of just being comfortable, okay, you're the best 11-year-old, you're the best 12-year-old, but it doesn't matter. You know, so like go out there, expose yourself and have different experiences, I think is very important.
I think kids here really lucky because you got lots of sports to choose, like hockey, curling, basketball. I wish I can, you know what? I wish I was born in Canada.
Now you're here.
Now I'm here.
Yeah, for sure.
So for the summer camp, what you expect like the students in the camp can gain, and what you expect what their spirit or their attitude, like because some of them they're easy to get frustrated and they will have bad emotions. Because I am an early childhood educator, so I face a lot of these kind of things, and I would like to know more like how can we encourage them?
Well, the mentality they need to come here with is they're coming here to learn and to take what they learn to go do it on their own. Because again, big thing in Hong Kong as well compared to Vancouver is it's not what you do at a clinic, it's not what you do at your basketball practice, it's what you do outside of that, okay? Though that's the bare minimum, to go to practice, to go to a camp or clinic, that's the bare minimum. But what you learn there and then you go do on your own, even if it's 30 minutes a day, well, if you do extra 30 minutes every day, that adds up after 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, right? So the mentality we expect them to have is that they're coming here to learn, to take what they learn and go do it on their own.
So they learn what you teach, and then they put it into their pocket, and then they go back to Hong Kong, and then they can use it in their entire life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think a big thing, you know, especially if kids are coming here from Hong Kong, is don't expect to get it right away. Like they're gonna struggle a little bit, you know, especially if they're playing against Canadian kids, things like that. Like they might struggle here the first year, and then if they come back the second year, they'll be a little better. They go back to Hong Kong, they'll be way better than the kids there. So it'll be a progression, but I think long term, like we're saying, it'll be very beneficial for them.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting because it's like a long journey. Like you are not only for one summer camp, and then you might be returned, and then you will learn more and more, and you will see the difference. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and they'll get some Canadian culture. You know, they come here as fresh air. They might feel a little better. You know, like things like that.
I do agree that like Hong Kong people, Hong Kong kids should come here to take a look. Because it's totally different.
For sure.
I mean, the air is different.
Go out to Whistler, you go, you know.
And the atmosphere.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I do agree that kids have to learn how to face the struggles. I mean, like basketball, fast-paced sports, and you may face something like the audience, lots of audience, people from the TV, they may blame, they may have criticism on you. I think, what do you think about like, instead of skills, are we supposed to like train their mentality when it comes to basketball?
Yeah, I think like you said, you know, there's lots of different adversities out there. Audience can be one, pressure from coaches, pressure from teammates, parents. All these things can happen. For sure, I think it's important to dose as a young kid, because it's like, just like you're building up a muscle, in your mind, it's the same thing. You know, so like, if you have a bad experience, you didn't play well because there were more people watching when you're 15, the next time you do that, it'll be a little easier. So I think those things are really important for kids. You don't want to give too much though, because kids can burn out. So it's a fine line. But I think those kind of things, even for adults, like from a young age up to an adult, you can build that mental toughness and things like that for sure.
So I have another question for two of you. It's like, so let's say, for example, after this interview, and then I'm the kid, and then the kid watch this video, and then they want to join this program. How can I join this summer camp program?
This summer, you mean the tour, or you mean this camp coming up?
Both.
Well, both. So everything's run through the Hoop.
Okay.
So the facility we're at right now. So they'd probably go to the Hoop website, where they have all the information. And as far as the tours, which is like a goal of the Hoop, is to have tours of kids from Hong Kong and stuff to come here. That will be all upcoming, and again, that will be all on the Hoop website.
Wow, that's so exciting.
Yeah, so if you're really interested in basketball, you must take this camp, because it's not easy to have two amazing coaches here to coach you. I mean, it's a golden opportunity for you to train skills, mentality. These are very important in basketball. Totally agree with that.
For sure. And we know the Hong Kong system too, so we know the kind of skills and the kind of things you need to maneuver to be successful over there. So you get a bit of everything.
Yeah, true. Oh, I also think of one personal question, because I'm a PE teacher. I always have some kids ask me, like come to me and ask me, like, Coach, can I be the next Kobe Bryant? Something like that. So how do you answer this question if a kid asks you?
I mean, you gotta be honest with them. You gotta, you might not be the next Kobe Bryant, but they can be the first them to be professional. I think the main thing, like Tyler was saying, is like, what's your goal? I'm sure at a young age we both had pretty clear goals. A lot of kids, I think, don't really know what they want to do. Maybe they want to be the next Kobe Bryant for a week. And then the next time they want to be the next Wayne Gretzky, and they don't really know exactly what they want. So I think it's like, turn it back on them and be like, what do you really want? Okay, reverse engineer it. What are you doing every day to get that? And so just make them think a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, I always ask the question, no matter how old, if they say they want to be the next Kobe Bryant, I say, are you the best player on your team now? Whether they're 6, 10, whatever team they're on, are you the best player on your club team, your high school team? If the answer is no, and then, which it usually is, then I say, well, until you are, right, then you can worry about the next thing, right? Until you have the goal of, I want to be a university basketball player, right? That has to all come before I want to be Kobe Bryant, right? So I always try and pull their vision down towards what's next in front of them, right? Which is be the best player in your team. That's first, right?
Yeah.
If you can do that, okay, now we can say I want to be a college basketball player, right? And then you start building from there.
Step by step.
Exactly,
Yeah.
step by step.
That's very reality.
Yeah.
Like so, I have one last question. I want people to know more, both of you. So, if you need to use 3 adjectives to describe your friend,
Yeah.
how would you be?
To describe Glenn,
Yeah.
I'd say competitor. I'd say relaxed. You know,
Okay.
he's pretty relaxed in life. And then I would say confident. You know, he's confident in his abilities and who he is as a person. So, yeah.
Yeah, but competitive and relaxed. It sounds like a little bit.
He's competitive in, you know, when the game's on, when he's on the court, but in his life he's pretty easygoing and relaxed. Yeah.
So kids, don't be afraid, okay?
Yeah.
How about
You
Wayne?
can-
What do you think about
Oh, I
Caleb?
appreciate that, man. It's the first time he's ever been nice, you know?
Yeah, I have different 3 adjectives for sure.
First one, I'm going to say competitive again. Tyler's very fiery on the court, you know? So you might see a different Tyler on the court than off the court. Second, I'd say focused. I feel like even, you know, to this day, he's retired, but still trains every morning without people knowing and things like that. So that takes a certain level of focus. And the last one I would say is probably discipline. I think to play until, what age was it, 38, 39?
Yeah.
You know, it takes a certain level of discipline. We've seen many people at younger ages lose their discipline and focus and kind of fall off. So it takes a lot of that for sure.
That's very
That's true.
important, like discipline.
Yes.
I mean, like discipline can lead you to a longer way, a longer journey, and then you'll think that age doesn't matter.
Exactly.
You just keep moving on.
I mean, discipline's doing the simple things over and over again, right? And consistency,
Yeah.
right? I mean, without that, like, no one has a chance unless you're born like a Wembenyana or something, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's easy to be motivated or inspired, you know, but then
Yeah.
to be disciplined, it's like what really gets you results.
Exactly. I do agree, like both of you are really resilient because when you get on the court, you have fire on your eyes. It's totally different. I mean, like every athlete's like this.
Yeah.
When they step onto the court, they become a different person. But when they step out the court, they become chill.
Yeah.
That's very happy to have interview with both of you.
Yeah, for sure. Great
Shall we take a
questions.
picture? Before?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
thank
it.
you guys.
Oh, let's go.